so worried about you. Oh my God, where have you been?
I've been living rough. It's all I could do to stay alive.
Well, why didn't you get in contact with me sooner?
I tried, my phone died. I had to steal someone's to call you.
You know I would have helped you.
I know, but I had to stay away from town.
Look, you'd never guess what's happened.
What?
Paul's been shot.
Is he okay?
He's dead.
What? He's dead?
He's dead.
He's dead?
Yeah, he's dead.
But what about the drugs, the money?
As far as I know, no one knows about the drugs. As far as I know, no one knows that Paul had anything to do with the drugs, whatever it was. That means no one knows that you're linked with Paul about the whole drugs thing, so you don't need to worry about it so far.
But people are not going to suspect that I've been away this long.
Well, just make up some lie.
Yeah, I could do that. But the police haven't been around, have they?
No.
Okay.
Look, you can come back to ours. Stop living so rough.
Are you sure?
Yeah, of course, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. You can just say you've been staying there for like forever.
Okay, that makes sense.
I will talk to my sister. I'm sure.
Oh, she's gonna kill me.
I know. She's got some major problems going on. She's a bit moody, but I'll speak to her and she'll be cool with it.
Okay. Well, it's getting kind of cold. Should we go?
Yeah.
Okay.
Come on. So what have you been doing in London then?
Well, this is the thing. I've been selling myself.
What? Like prostitution, like?
Yeah, I'm a prostitute.
No way, me too.
Seriously?
Yeah, to pay off my dad for shopping.
Oh my God, we're like prostitute buddies.
Oh my God, that's actually pretty cool.
A little bit.
Yeah.
So who was your clientele, Ian?
This guy called Ian, and he's alright. So hang on. Are you gay?
I've always been gay, honey.
How did I not notice this?
I don't know.
Sarah, I'm just off to the shops. What's he doing here?
Look, cut the guy some slack, okay? He's been living rough. You don't know what he's had to go through.
I really don't care. I don't want you associating with drug dealers.
I'm not a drug dealer.
What was that packet I found on you the other day then?
That was one-time thing. I needed the money.
I don't care. If you're going to hang out with drug dealers, then screw you.
Nice to see you too.
She's always like this with me.
Is she like got something wrong with her?
She's got major issues.
Tell me about it.
I think we all have issues. We're prostitutes.
Right, Jim. I'll tell you now, you're not under arrest. You're just assisting us with our inquiries at this precise moment into the death of Paul McGregor. Okay?
Am I suspecting?
Not at the moment, no. We're just taking down, asking you some questions, see if we can ascertain what's gone on. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Now the interview will be recorded. Right? Any questions that you do not wish to answer, you just turn around and say, "I do not wish to answer that question," and that's it. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Right, 3, 2, 1. Right, your name is G. McGregor,
Yes.
and you're currently residing at the Grange Public House in Gainsborough.
Yes.
Okay, right, fair enough then. Right. I've been told that you and Paul didn't exactly get on. What was that all about? Can you tell me, please?
Just stepmother and stepson stuff.
And like, what would that have been?
We didn't see eye to eye in everything.
Mm-hmm.
I think he resented a little bit that his father had married me,
Yeah.
and I preferred to take his brother's side in most arguments.
Right, which brother was this?
As Robert.
Right, Robert McGregor. Do you know where he lives?
Blackburn?
Blackburn. You've got an address for him, just Blackburn.
Well, we've given you the addresses earlier.
Oh, I'll have a look at them up later on then. Right. So Paul didn't like him in his father's life. Any particular reason?
Not really. He used to think I was interfering
Interfering in which way?
in the pub and the running of the pub.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, things like if I mentioned that there weren't enough crisps on display, he'd have a wobbly and things like that and tell me to stop interfering.
So it was just general small things, like if you
Yeah.
thought there was enough, there needed to be some like peanuts on the bar, and he would actually turn around and say no. Right, okay, fair enough then. Do you know of anyone that would want to harm Paul in any way?
Can't think of anybody now.
No, right, okay, fair enough. Right, and when did you last see Paul or talk to Paul?
The day before he went to Blackpool.
Right, did he say what he was going to Blackpool for?
No,
No, he didn't. Okay, fair enough then. And do you know if he knew anybody in Blackpool?
no, didn't know.
Right, okay. Right. Do you know of any other businesses he may have had or any other dealings with anything?
Well, not that I know of.
Yeah.
Couldn't mention any.
Alright, do you know if he hung around with anyone?
He used to hang around with some of what I would call unsavoury people, but that was just his general life.
Unsavoury people, what do you mean by that?
Not the sort of people I think he should have hung around with.
Okay, fair enough then. Okay, fair enough. Do you know of any other business deals he may have had?
I didn't know he'd had any business dealings apart from the Grange.
Yeah, right. So that's the only one you know he had?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. So apart from the Grange, you know of no other dealings?
No. I mean, he did this with his father. He was in partnership with his father.
Right, okay, fair enough. Now, I understand the day that Paul died that you was away. Can you tell me where he was?
I was at my sister's
And where does she live?
in Skegness.
You got an address for her?
Yeah, I can let you have it later.
Right, fair enough, no problems then. Right. So he was there all the time?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough then. Okay. Did Paul ever tell you he was going away to Blackpool?
No,
No,
I
he didn't
didn't.
tell you he was going away, right? Okay, fair enough. And when did you last speak to him?
As I say, probably the night before he went away.
And what was that discussion about?
Was to do with something in the bar. I didn't particularly like what our girl behind the bar was wearing, and I got told to mind my own business, so...
So Paul liked his bar staff dressing a bit risque, you could say? I
No.
think I've been in there and I've seen it myself.
No, I think she just likes being risque.
Alright, fair enough, then. No problems on that. Right, so that was the argument that was all about. How long did that last for?
Oh, not long.
Just 2 or
I
3?
went back and sat with my husband, and we just had a quiet drink, then went upstairs.
Okay, well, no problems then. Okay, well, thank you very much for your time.
Ian,
Yeah?
thanks for tonight.
That's okay, I'm glad you enjoyed yourself.
It's been amazing.
You know, it's not very often I get to spend time with such pleasant company.
Thank you. I'm really worried that my sister knows what's going on between us.
It doesn't matter.
Well, yeah. We've got some problems going on, some issues, and I just don't think I could deal with the extra stress.
Well, I mean, the thing is, I really like you. I want to spend time with you outside of work. I mean, I haven't felt like this since Elaine died, about anyone.
I don't know what Teresa will say about that. Hello? Hey. No, sorry, I'm really busy at the moment. No, I'm just with a friend.
A friend.
Nobody. Look, I'm really sorry, I have to go. Right, bye. I'm really sorry.
It's okay.
I just don't know.
That's fine. Just tell me when you know.
Okay.
Right, first question for you. Right, when did you last see Paul?
It was the day before he was killed.
The day before he was killed, right, and what was you discussing on that day?
Me buying the half of the pub that he owns. Well,
Right.
yeah. didn't.
Right, so you was discussing that to buy half of the, what the pub called?
The Grange.
The Grange, right, okay, fair enough. So you were discussing that you was going to buy half the pub, right? So how long did it take?
Oh no, not long. A couple of 5-10 minutes. He had all the paperwork, I had the money.
Right, so you had all the paperwork, right? And was there any other things discussed?
I asked him if he'd tell me the other half. He said no, he didn't want to. I didn't really push it any further.
Right, okay, fair enough. So that was the only thing that you ever spoke about?
Yeah, I mean, we were friends, but we didn't bring each other up and discuss each other's love lives or anything.
All right, okay. Right. So how did he seem that day?
A little bit anxious, but then again, I'd just given him like 100 and something grand and he'd lost half of his pub, so what do you expect him to feel like?
Okay. So do you often keep that money spare, do you?
No, I'm not that rich, I wish I was, but he asked for the money in cash, so I gave him it in cash.
Okay, do you know what he did with that money?
Yes, because I'm his minder. I asked for receipts of everything he does with his pocket money,
Okay. Right. Can you account for your movements on the day he was killed?
Well, I saw him in the morning, and I went to see a friend.
Who was your friend?
A woman of questionable favour, if you really must know.
Okay, fair enough. Do you want to give me your address?
No, not particularly.
Okay. Right. On the day you met Paul, he said
Yeah.
he was going away, didn't he?
I can't remember, probably.
Okay, fair enough then. Do you know anyone that would have wanted to harm Paul in any way?
No.
No, okay, fair enough.
No, he was an alright lad.
He was alright, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Do you know if he had any acquaintances or anything like that in Blackpool?
I think there was some woman called Janine.
Janine, right. Do you know her
Yeah.
second name?
I ain't got a clue.
Oh, okay, fair enough then. Do you know what he's going up there about?
I haven't got a clue.
I haven't got a clue, right, okay, fair enough. And do you know if he took his money with him?
How am I supposed to know that?
Okay, fair enough. Right. Do you know if anybody had anything against Paul whatsoever?
Maybe someone did. I don't know. I don't know the world, do I? You're asking, that's a bit of a daft question, really. He might have annoyed somebody, but I don't know. He never told me about it. Like I said, we were friends, but we didn't discuss each other's problems.
Was that the only business deal you did with him?
Yes.
Was there only one you did?
Yes.
Okay, no problem. Thank you very much for your time.
Hi, you must be Louise. I'm Faye.
Hi.
Nice to meet you. Come on through. So we need to do the formal introductions. My name is Faye Hurley. I'm a counsellor for Gainsborough and Lincolnshire. And can you confirm your full name for me, please?
I'm Louise Jones.
Okay. Right, Louise, just try to relax and feel comfortable. Anything you say to me today is totally confidential.
Okay.
So just to point out that anything you do say is confidential unless it breaks the law or is illegal, and I need to inform the correct authorities, okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So what brings you here to see me today?
Well, I've been having some personal problems and my friend gave me your number. He said that you'd be good to talk to.
Okay, so what kind of problems have you been having?
I've been having problems with my body confidence and the way I look. Some days I'll eat and then I'll throw up. Some days I won't eat at all. Some days I just can't look at myself in the mirror. It's like I'm stuck in a rut.
And how does that make you feel?
Well, sort of out of control, but in control. Does that sound crazy?
No, not at all. How long have you felt like this, and how long has it been going on for?
I've been overeating and throwing up for the last 4 months, but I felt like this for about 6.
And can you think of any events in life that's led you to this pattern of behaviour?
Well,
It's okay, take your time.
I guess everything just got on top of me. I find food and exercise sort of a way of coping with it. I can control everything that I put in my mouth, all the food that I eat, but I can't control much else.
Some people find it a comfort.
I find it helps me ignore everything bad that happens and everything I don't want to remember.
And what things do you want to block out?
My grandma's death hit me hard.
In what way?
In all ways. We were really close. She always used to listen to me. Even though I had a sister, I was still close to my grandma. And now she's gone.
So how was the support from your sister and the rest of your family?
It was okay. Sarah, Mum and Dad grieved together. I grieved alone, really.
Oh, so how did that make you feel at the time?
I felt very alone. Maybe I wanted to be alone. I needed time to think, time to sort my head out.
So how often do you overeat and how often do you feel that food affects your life?
Every day. There are some days when I think I'm quite normal and I'll just not make myself sick and I'll be fine.
So what to you is normal?
Eating and then not throwing it up afterwards.
And what changes do you think you need to make to become normal again?
I need to be honest with my sister. And I need to sort out issues in my head. And then properly grieve for my grandma.
So in what way do you need to be honest with your sister?
I need to tell her a big secret.
Okay, do you want to share that with me?
A week before my grandma died, she told me that me and Sarah were adopted. Our mum and dad adopted us when we were 6 months old.
That's a lot to carry around with you.
I know. Sarah will be gutted when she finds out. She's so close to Mum and Dad. She'll feel even worse when she finds out we're not even related.